Yo, what's going on, guys? Mr. Brood here. Today we're back with Undead Dungeon Run with Baron Rivendare. This is one of the best leaders in the game if you guys are just starting out on Warcraft Rumble. So I would highly recommend you spend some time investing in this leader. It will go a long way. The talent I'm running is Chill of the Grave. That's usually the first talent you should be getting. Every unit on this list, except for the skeleton parties, that's my personal favorite, but all the other units are considered some of the, or actually they are the very top units, or most frequently used, the strongest, whatever you want to call it, in the game. So please invest in these 5 units as early as you can. They have a wide range of use and it will carry you a long way in the game in both PvE content and PvP content. Now, quick overview of the talent if you have unlocked some of these. Bloodthirsty is what we're using here. We're using Bristleback on Global. Flame Burst is an absolute must. And I'm using Coming Hot, but you guys can run the cloaking device on Save Palette. Shadow Meld is my personal favorite, but for PvE, such as the dungeons, you guys can do, I think, Elven Might would work as well. But if you've got one talent, Shadow Meld is my recommendation. Skeleton Party is not really essential, so you guys can put in any other undead unit based on your levels and what talents you have available. I'm using Corpse Run, but you can definitely run the 5-man as well on Skeleton Party. We're going to jump into the dungeon now. We're going to attempt level 25. I think this shield is really good. Mainly because it covers 3 of our units. For the very first dungeon, if this is your first time doing it, there is this drunken brawl thing that see if I just execute this, they actually just attack each other and just kill each other. There's not much you need to do as long as you deal enough damage for them to trigger that drunken brawl. I think that's what it's called. So along with my will pegs, they're actually also dealing damage to each other. So that kind of makes your push easier. It's important you carry some AoE stuff, such as Execute and Save Pilot and Will Pegs. No rush here. We can ignore that Ogre, to be honest. I mean, we don't need to. Our tower's pretty healthy, so we don't really need to worry too much about it. Just going to build up another push from the back. We'll get the chest first. And we'll follow our Huntress behind our Baron. Pretty straightforward. I mean, there's only 2 lanes, to be honest. I'm actually just going to save palette the chest, just to deny the AI from taking it. We don't really need the left-hand side tower. And Baron's really good because Baron's got armor naturally, and against Warsong Grunts and all that, it does a pretty good job tanking. We can ignore the bandit, but I don't want to ignore the ogre this time, so I'll deal with the ogre if we're still not have won. Okay, so we'll do that, and I think this is it. Just follow through. This boss is probably one of the weakest. It doesn't really do much, to be honest. It's busy just attacking each other. So for the second stage, the strongest one would simply be this, because we've got a lot of elemental units. I'm not sure if I want my will pegs to be stealth, but I think it's fine either way. There's enough AoE in the game to trigger my eggs either way, even if they're invisible. It's very important to remember in this map, you can't play the skeleton party just because of those red bomb things. If you play your skeleton party, they will just die immediately to these red bulbs, so you do not want to do that. Your main push will just be Huntress and Baron. You can use Skeleton Party on defense. That should be okay. Oh man, that Prowler is super annoying. Just gonna get a World Pegs down, and I need to get back to a Huntress, because yeah, there's an enemy Huntress on our building. We can actually take the side tower. It's probably better to take the side tower, to be honest. But a lot of the times, if you're over leveled, you don't really need to. You can just go straight from the waypoint to the boss in one go. But we'll just take the side tower as normal precaution. Alright, so we're gonna just let the ogre lock on. Hopefully we can... Oh, there's a Banshee? Okay, we gotta use our miner to tank the Banshee. Yeah, we can't let them take the... We can't let the Banshee take our Baron. I'll just use my Skeleton Party here. It's probably gonna die straight away, to be honest. But yeah, at least we took the tower with us. Okay, that worked out in our favor, so I'll take that. It's important to take this tower because there is a gold mine there. So in a situation, if you're trying to push for higher levels, guys, yeah, it's important to get the gold mine or get all the gold control as much as possible. I'll just save pallet this. Seems like there's good value. I'm gonna get my Huntress up to kill that the red blob to make sure my miner stays alive. I'm going to execute this wolf because it's fairly annoying. Okay, it somehow we didn't actually get the last gold. That's very annoying. Huntress has resistance, so it's pretty good in our favor that, you know, we can tank that poison breath quite nicely. One important trick to know is to make sure you put your miner at the back of the tower, so that the tower will shoot the red blob. Otherwise, if you put it at the front, where I just placed my Huntress, the red blob will just immediately kill the miner before it can start mining gold. When you've got a sufficient push going, just turn the boss around with a clawball and all of your units. If you've got gold, you can also execute it and just, yeah, make things go a bit faster. But that's how you essentially do this stage. For the final stage, I think with the patch 4.0, they've rolled out a lot of new relics, so I'm not actually familiar with all of this, any of this. So I have to actually just read it to see what's going on. I think I've already got stealth, so I don't need this smoke bomb thing. This sounds cool. It's like the longest description I've ever seen on a relic, so I'm just gonna pick that and see how it goes. Alright, this stage, there's a lot of bosses, as you guys can see. Depends on your level. You don't have to take any of the side bosses. You can just go straight down the middle. But if you're behind, if you're lower level than the stage level, it's important to take one of the side bosses. Personally, I prefer the female side boss. She's got some nerfs and buffs, I think. I think it increases your attack speed and also slows down an enemy. I think the left one is just more of a tank. So we'll take the middle tower first, as always. The main important thing about this stage is whatever you're running, guys. Okay, I'm just going to execute this to make sure that Huntress dies quicker. Just to make sure you kill that blue ogre at the back. Whatever you do, you have to kill that blue ogre at the back, because if you don't, as you guys can see, it will continue to heal itself as well as the boss, so you'll never be able to clear the stage if you don't take out that ogre. If the blue ogre dies, it will not respawn, so that's something just to keep in mind. I'm going to deny that miner, and I'm going to try to take that female boss. There's a lot of stones on the ground, so I'm liking this actually. I'm actually just going to try to see if I can take both sides. Usually it's very hard to try to get both bosses. I've played this stage a lot of times, probably like 50 times, guys. This is the only time I've actually managed to time both side bosses. This is actually the first time. I don't even believe this myself. So I just make sure I can keep up the economy and just get some gold. I'm hoping my Huntress can go and do some splash. I don't know if my Huntress will splash, but I think Execute will do a good job. And left hand side is approaching as well, and yeah, we should be able to kill the blue ogre. A lot of the times you're not going to be able to kill this in one push like what we're doing here. This is a very low probability you can time both bosses. The likely scenario is you're going to do one push, kill the blue ogre at the back, and then perhaps towards the end of the game build up another push. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with the next one soon. Bye!